Hello and welcome to this new video of FSD Beta, and today we're going to do a loop around Chicago. So as part of the favorites, I have created different waypoints. Waypoints are not available yet, but I was able to create those as favorites, and we're gonna go through those one by one. With the different versions of the beta, we'll be able to do the same path. Obviously, the conditions won't be the same, so the car might behave differently, but it will give us some guidance and some feel for any improvements that we can see. It's about 30 minutes drive, so we'll start with, number 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 in total, and then we come back where we are today. And we'll navigation only comes when you have a destination, so I'll be selecting those favorites every time we reach out to the destination. Just a notice and alert, so the FSD Beta doesn't make the car fully autonomous. I have to be monitoring that constantly and making sure that the car is doing what it needs to do. So this is really a driver assistance more than making the car fully autonomous. So that being said, let's take a look and let's go to this first point here. I tried to make it very windy, left right turns, so we can see how the car behaves. So here the first one is a left turn here. I'm gonna go in 15 for this, and the first turn is perfect. We have cars on the right hand side, but I saw it and it went past it. So this is a stop. This is quite a big one, so it's a two-way street here, and I'm gonna take a look. There's nobody on the left, nobody on the right, so the car can go now. I'm gonna let it do its thing. There's nobody on the left, nobody on the right, so we're good. It is going through slowly, but it did complete the maneuver. Again, I was making sure that there's no other cars, so we were safe, but it was completing it properly. I'm gonna go to 20, and here we come to a stop. It's gonna make a right turn at the stop. I'm gonna go down to 10 just to be safe. This is a wide turn. There's cross traffic, and we need to make sure that there's nobody on the left hand side. People are getting very impatient usually around here, so I'm gonna be extremely careful. I might be taking over just so I don't disrupt the flow. Okay, the car is not moving. We could go, because there's no reason why we shouldn't. So I'm gonna tap the accelerator and it's gonna go. Okay, the car in front wants to go as well. Okay, I'm taking over. The only reason why I'm taking over in this case is the car in front was going to go, and we kind of confused it. So vehicle departing lane. Okay, yep, I was still, that's fine, I'm here. So I'm gonna put it again. Gonna go 20 here. And a stop will make a left turn. There is a bicycle that went through the stop. Okay, it's going, it's our turn, we can go. It is doing its thing. Yep, sorry, yep. Okay, yep. That was fine, sort of. It wasn't the smoothest turn ever, but it was pretty good. We were able to do the maneuver completely. So here we are at the end of number 1. So I'm gonna it did brake very heavily. I'm gonna cancel that, go to waypoint number 2. There's nobody behind me, so we're safe doing so. Here we go, another right. As you can see, those are very short ones, but it's the only way to really challenge FSD. I tried to put some further out waypoints, but the route was very simple. It was like, making a right turn and then straight for a mile or two. So let's see how it handles this one. We are supposed to make a right turn where that the red car went, and yeah, we good. A bit slower than you would want to, but it's not bad. It was able to complete the maneuver properly. Okay, so we are at a stop. It is checking for visibility. I don't see any cars, so I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, it did validate, which is fine. It is stopping in the middle for a crossroad, but there is no pedestrian. There's nobody behind me. There were a couple of cars on the left-hand side, but it's fine. So I'm letting the car do its thing. Okay, that's fine. Again, it's being extremely cautious, very, very cautious here, making sure that there's no obstacle, no pedestrians, everything. So far so good. It's waiting for our turn. There's no other car, which is good. I am applying a little bit of force. Okay, so this is, as you can see from the visualization, we have quite a good view of the crossing here. There's different side lanes, and it's really, really cool to be able to see what the car sees. We're gonna come up to a right turn here. It is a stop ahead of us. On the right hand side, the roads are closed, so luckily we're not taking those side lanes, so should be good. We are, so right turn here. We did put the indicator on, perfect. He's waiting for our turn. There's no other car. Let's see if it goes. Yeah, it is a bit close to the curve. I'm gonna take over. It would have cleared that turn. It's just I'm being extremely careful here, and I don't want it to clip the curb here. So we are at the waypoint anyway, so I'm gonna put on the next destination. Nobody else. Okay, I'm gonna put number 3. Okay, yeah, here we go. Again, as I said, they are very close to each other, but that's the only way to be sure that the car makes left and right turns. Otherwise it would be very, very dull. 4-way stop here. Yep, this is very good. There's no car anyway, which is good. Got a left turn here at the stop. Yep, I'm here. Okay. So we had some snow and ice, but the past couple of days it warmed up, so this is just a bit of ice on the side. There's nothing more on the road itself. It will come back. I don't doubt that in Chicago it will be snowing and icy very soon. Alright, so that's waypoint 3 cleared. Let's take a look at, let's go in number 4. Alright, so gotta make a right here. There is a bit of snow on the ground, but yeah, it is a bit tight. Again, I'm being extremely careful here. I had the feeling that this one might not have gone through without me taking over, but you never know. So I'd rather report it and let Tesla decide if something needs to be tweaked or not. Okay, this one is a bit confusing. It's definitely not a straight left, but it did clear it. It put the indicator on, which I wouldn't have, but at least it was able to complete the maneuver. Alright, there is a speed bump that I can see here, so I'm gonna reduce the speed a little bit. Here we go. This is just for us, so the footage is not too shaky. Okay, so we're coming across a four-way stop here. Waiting for our turn. Okay, this is our turn now. There's a car coming on the left, and yeah, so the car was going to make a right, but it is sorry, a left, but it was going to take it on the wrong lane, so I had to take over just so we wouldn't get into the approaching car. And I'll re-engage here. Chicago roads are terrible. Okay, so there's a parked car and there's a pedestrian. So the car was going to go over, which is great. I just didn't want it to, it was so close to the turn that we just did that I didn't want to risk it, but it was going to go around the car, which is great. I'm gonna manually go on the left hand side here, and we can just change to the next waypoint. So this is number 4 cleared. Let's do 5. Let's see how it's doing. Interesting. Okay, this one goes around. It's gonna be a good test for right turns. Okay, so we're at the stop and there is a car blocking the left view, so I'm gonna be very careful here. There's some pedestrians on the right, nobody's coming on the left, we're good on the left. So the car did creep a little bit and move forward just to make sure that visibility was good. So no concerns there. We're gonna make another right here. So I never know if Tesla has programmed right turn at traffic light. It doesn't seem to be the case, but I would have to do some more testing. So when it's red at traffic light and there's no sign that says you can't turn right, the car, you should be able to go on the right hand side, but never got a chance to try that. So okay, this one was very close. I'm anticipating here and I'm intervening before anything happens, or we get too close. You could have cleared it, but don't want to risk it, and we're gonna put the waypoint anyway. So let's try number 6. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Okay, so as you can see, there was a parked car on the right hand side, and I think the car FSD wanted to avoid that car, so it kind of moved out of the way, which is fine. Okay, so we have a left turn here. Yeah, that's all good. There's no car. We can clear it. Perfect. Alignment is perfect here. We're on the right hand side, which is good. This is a one-way, so we could be on the left lane, but we don't have to. It's waiting for our turn in this stop, and it's gonna make a left turn. Yep, we're good. There's no car. I'm here. All right, there's a parked truck on the right hand side, and it's seeing it. It's going around it, which is very cool. Gonna put it 20. There's a car reversing in front of us, so I'm gonna put it back to 15. Make sure the car doesn't get confused by this unusual maneuver from the other drivers, which is fine. Okay, so we are at the stop here. There's a car on the left, and then it will be the car on the right. No, we can go. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna put it back to 20. Oh, there's a speed bump, so I'm gonna reduce it a little bit. There we go. Can go back to 20 here. There are a few speed bumps on the road. Okay, there is a car on the left-hand side. We arrived after that car, so we can go next. Yep, all good. Gonna reduce the speed a little bit for the speed bump here. So we have another stop. We don't have a lot of traffic, which is good. I try my best not to do some testing when there's a lot of traffic, because the car can be unpredictable and you can disrupt the flow of the cars. So we are at the traffic light here. A left turn. In the past, well, it's still happening right now, but the car will not go into the crossing if it's not clear over there, cross traffic. Behind me there is a car, so usually cars are getting very impatient, especially this one. The car behind me is trying to make a right turn here, so if I do not engage into the crossing, they might miss it. So I'm gonna be polite here. I'm gonna let the car behind me go through. So that was 6 cleared. Let's go to 7. Okay, this one was a tricky one. I liked it. It forces us to do sort of U-turn, but it's really just a left, right. So we'll see how the car handles it. We do have the indicator on, which I don't understand why. We still need to go straight, right, and that's gonna be left here, right? Yep. So it's kind of early here. There is a pedestrian over there. I'm gonna take over here. There's a car coming in the front, and there's a pedestrian over there. So I do not want to risk it. Plus, that is not the right direction. So let's reset the GPS. I think the car needed to go straight and then make left. So let's see what the recalculation will do for us here. I'll probably have to force it by going straight. Okay, no, good. All right, so we're making a right here, and then I can re-engage and we can make a right. So this is what I was talking about. The conditions might be different from one drive to another. If at the traffic light, when I make a left turn, I didn't take over because of the right lane. So I am taking over here because the curve is mixed into the ground. The road is very strange, very strange. So I don't want to risk it. I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna re-engage here. We can go 10 miles per hour. Conditions can be different from one drive to another. At the traffic light, when I didn't want to disrupt the car behind me making a right turn, if we went through, we might have had enough time to pick the correct lane from the beginning. Right, we have very poor visibility here, really poor, because there's literally a bridge here on the left and you can't see anything. Okay, not taking the risk. So, yep. Oh, come on. Here we go. So as you can see, I am taking over quite a lot, and it's just me being extremely careful I'd rather take baby steps and trusting the car in smaller, safer places than letting it run and, you know, do the wrong thing. But so far so good. I mean, there's good things and bad things. They're improving over time. They're getting a lot of those versions out. So, yeah. So we're kind of having a straight line here. The intention is that I'd like it, as part of the loop I have is also a on ramp, off ramp, and in order to do that, obviously we would need to get a bit further out to be able to get on the highway real quick. So this is a good test as well. We have a lot of parked cars on the right hand side, and we can see how the FSD is handling those. So yeah, the car is aiming a little bit. Yeah, the car was going a little bit too much on the right hand side. I think because there was no car parked and it evaluated the lane, it wanted to be more on the right hand side than the middle, which is fine. It's just that it could be disrupting for the cars behind if you keep swerving right and left. They might even think that you're gonna park, which is gonna cause confusion when you regain your center lane. So being extremely careful here. Yep. So the car saw it. The car saw the pedestrian. She was a bit reckless. She really went into the traffic and just wanted to get into her car. The car the car saw it and reacted to it, which is great. I only took over just to be safe, but the car did most of it. All right, so that was waypoint number 7. Let's try the last, not the last one, but number 8, and then after that we can go back to our initial start. So this is the one that has the on ramp, off ramp. So it also has it has a tricky U-turn here. We'll see how the car handles it. In my past experience, I was never able to do good U-turns. So I had very wide streets where, you know, you could do the U-turn, but I was unlucky. Sometimes I got the prediction right, but the car, you know, saw a lot of things that prevented it from doing a U-turn. So we'll see how it handles it now. I'm gonna reduce it really low, so we'll probably go, let's do 3 miles per hour. If needed, we can always increase it, but this is really okay. Unable to complete maneuver, please assist now. Okay, it is stopping, so it is not allowing it to do the U-turn. Maybe in future versions we will have that possible. Oh, this is a tight one. All right, let's take a look. Should be back here. So we'll make a right turn here at the stop. We have a stop, they don't, so we'll be extremely careful. I'll make sure that there's no car on the left hand side, and protection for the path. It looks good, a bit close to the curb, but it's not too bad. We'll see how it handles it. No, it's going. Yeah, unfortunately, it had a good prediction path initially, but then it just switched to a very a close turn. I would say it's really aiming to go for it. So and we are making a right here. I am taking over. There's car parked on the right hand side. There shouldn't be, so I'm being extremely careful. Some speed bumps here. I'm gonna reduce the speed so it's not too disruptive for you guys. So we'll be right here at this stop. We have a stop, they don't, so I'll be careful on the left hand side. There are cars coming. He's saying to wait for our turn. There is a bicycle coming through. Okay, there's a car behind me, so I'm not gonna wait too long. Give it another 5 or 10 seconds. I'm gonna force it. Yep, there's no car, so we can go. So we're gonna make a right here to go into the highway. That was a bit abrupt. Okay, so let's see here. It's gonna be a quick on ramp, off ramp. It is very busy and there's police over here, so yeah, I'm gonna take over. Unfortunately that won't be the best test, but I do not want to cause more confusion. And there's a lot of traffic here, so you know, you have to kind of force your way in, or be polite and, you know, gently go through. Plus there was a police car, so we need to be extra careful. This is Navigate on Autopilot. I'm not, you know, an engineer at Tesla or anything, but I don't think the FSD has been, you know, the Navigate on Autopilot has been modified for FSD. So it's just a good test to have to see if there's any improvement. So this is the exit we want. It's gonna go around it. This is usually pretty well handled even before FSD. So and now we're back into FSD. Let's see how it handles it under FSD. But before that, before FSD, it was still Navigate under Navigate on Autopilot. It wasn't even an Autopilot only. So. So it'll be a right turn here at the traffic light, and then we would have reached our final waypoint. Actually, I think we have another one after that, so I'll probably do it now. Here we go. Obviously, I wasn't quick enough, so I'm gonna make a right turn here myself. And GPS, okay, GPS recalculated, we should be good to go, so we're back on track here. We'll leave it at 10. This seemed to be a tight turn. Interesting, so the steering wheel is making a slight left in order to take that turn, because it is quite a tight one. There's a pedestrian and the car saw it. But yeah, it is. You can see that it is. It started well and then it just went back to its old habit. But I've noticed that the FSD is definitely, in some cases, it understands that it's too tight, so it needs to go a little bit on the left before going back on the right. I don't know exactly what the condition would be in order to do that, but it is something that I've seen, which is great, because that's exactly what you want in order to avoid you know, hitting the curb or anything. So okay, so it's following the car in front. It is trying to go on the right hand side. No, it's fine. It realized this is a parked truck, so we're good. It is, nope, that's not a lane. So I had to take over. It was trying to go on the right hand side. There was no need to. There you go. So this is a four-way stop and it's waiting for our turn. And here we are. That's all good. We're crossing some rail track here. So good. And then we're making a left here. So gonna be extremely careful not to hit the curb. Yep, it's all good. Yep, there's no car in front and it's picking the right lane. Perfect. Yep, I'm here. Bridges, we're going straight on this traffic light. Okay, this is an improvement from before. This exact same spot, the car at the traffic light would pick the left lane even if it was supposed to go straight. It did pick the right lane. Now I don't know if it's because there's a car in front, which it just locked the navigation, or some help with the car in front. The last time it happened, when it picked the wrong lane, there was no car around, so we'll have to retest that, see if there's any improvement there, or if it's based on the condition that we're seeing. We're making a left turn here. In theory, we could be going to the left lane. Yep. It is not sure it's gonna make it. There's cars behind me that probably are wondering what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna take over here and I'm gonna go straight to the left here. It started doing it well, which was promising, but it didn't complete. I guess it was too careful. Okay, so there's no cross traffic. Traffic light is green, so in theory we could go. I'm giving it a little tap, and yeah, perfect. It's picking the right lane. All good. This was good. I did give it a little tap to go through, just so I don't disrupt traffic behind me. Okay, we're gonna make a left turn here. So same thing here, cross traffic needs to be cleared before we can engage into the crossing, which is the case right now. And here we are making the left turn. Which lane will it pick? It will pick, there's nobody behind me, so we're safe. It doesn't pick any lane. I'm gonna give it a tap, another tap. Okay, so eventually did find the right lane, which was good. Yeah, it was very hesitant. So I'm gonna take over here. We are at the end of our loop. This is where we started initially. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like it and subscribe to the channel so you get notified whenever we have new videos. So thank you very much. Have a good day.